So right now I'm just putting a log on there and it was sticking too far. I gotta make like a little marker to tell me how far I can go. This is really just a nothing log, so I'm not going to show you. You've seen enough of this. Piece of 1x. We'll cut this guy up, and then we will move on to something else. It's 18 foot long. This end up here so we can, this thing right here, oh, right there. siding boards, my lap siding boards, my board and battens are on them. I had 1 1/8 inch, which is nice because they're nice and thick, but I think for the rest of this, I'm just going to cut 3/4. Get more yield, I guess. Plus they're a little bit lighter. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Pull on the handle because I think it's already cracked a little bit. That's a big middle. I'm taking all my 3 sides and flipping them up so I can clear those off. So that just reminded me of why I'm doing 1 1/8 slabs, and that's because when I do this, then these ones that I'm cutting off become 1 1/8 by 1 1/8 stickers, okay? And stickers are what you use to put your lumber on, so they got the air gap, and that's a pretty nice size to get airflow through there, so that's why. I know I'm terrible at explaining things, but every once in a while I remember why I was doing what I was doing, you know? So let me show you the back of what it looks like when you're doing this. Now some of them got to be flipped on the next cut, so you can square up the rest of your cuts. Now see, I made 2 cuts there, and them are going to be perfect. They don't got to be cut, but all these ones were my first cuts, and now we're going to be squared off on 3 sides, so we got to just get that 4th side squared. if that makes any sense. So let's get rid of the junk off here and then we'll see where we can go from there. So I got rid of the junk, and it looks like only, I mean, I'm just using this for siding, so I'm going to cover some of this up anyway. But we'll throw, and make sure all this stuff is out of our way. And then see these two, and this one can go back down on there. Sorry. We'll put this back up there, and we'll make one more cut. We'll make one more cut, and that should square up all those ones. Okay, let me do that really quick. That didn't square it up all the way, but I gotta be careful because this is gonna be a cant or 6x6, so to say, and I gotta watch where the pith is. See, it's right here, so I don't want to keep going down right here because then it's gonna get us off center. So I gotta rotate this log to this side and take 2 cuts off of there, and then maybe a cut off of here, and then we're gonna be at our 6x6 with our pith centered. And not only that, we can rip these down again after I flip this. It's a little tedious, but that's what you got to do to make your logs tight so they're not going to be warping excessively. Because if you cut that right down and leave that pith on one side, your wood's going to warp even more so than it already does. So, all right. So the biggest problem I've been having with this goddamn mill is I can't get my cant square. And if I get it square for a while, it ends up not being square again. This is way out again. So, I'll show you what I mean. And I had this thing running perfect several times, and it just keeps coming out of whack. I just don't know why. See that? That's okay if you're just doing siding. But I don't think it's okay either fucking way. And now I gotta goofy around with this again. Son of a bitch. Oh boy, oh boy. And you could see on some of these ones, you know, back when Barry was here that time. No, it's still the same, see? He said that was perfect, that liar. What a liar. Oh, this one is, see? That one's perfect. So it shows I had it. It was good. Where's it this way? Come on. Yep, good that way too. So what the hell keeps happening here? Why would this thing keep coming out? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Why can't you just leave me alone? Now I gotta slide this shit down and figure that out. The way you do that is by checking your blade, because your blade is off. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this. I'm gonna take this guy right here. And a half to the bottom of my straight tooth. 18 and a half to the bottom of my straight tooth. You son of a bitch. Still dripping on me. So 18 and a half, just a little bit above 18 and a half. And that's all it takes on 4 cuts. So, that's right there. It's a little bit above, so it's got to go up a little bit. So do I push this up some? That's off again. All these little things add up. Now look at this now. That should be tight in there. Look, I can fit my fingernail in there. Why did that scooch? I swear this machine was dropped once, and not by me. What's this got to be level from here to there? Don't really matter if it's gliding down fine, as long as these are, if this is good, you know, and it is, it's cutting decent. It's not going like this. So I got to raise this up a hair and then see if we can get to see we're cutting down on this side. So I got to raise it up 1/4 this distance, because 1/4 of that on 4 sides, or is it 1/2? 1/2, I think, actually. Let's try a half of that. So a half of 3/16. 16th and a half, okay? That's all it takes to mess up your can. Let me square this away and we'll be back. I'm gonna go eat lunch too.